Hello, hockey, basketball, and soccer fans. My name is David. I thought I would start this video at 7 on the morning of Sunday, 29th of October 2023, North American Eastern Time. Clocks have gone back in British Isles, the Schengen area, and a few other countries and territories based in Europe, even some overseas dependencies, including parts of Greenland, the territory of Denmark. So yeah, it's definitely very interesting Saturday Eastern Time sports-wise. Vancouver Whitecaps were blown out 5-2 LAFC. Well, the next game's going to be must win. I'm not really sure when it is, but there were so many games on that I did watch that I didn't want to even get into the Whitecaps one. It was on Apple TV. Even if I had managed to get Apple TV to properly work, I don't know how good it is, but just no point because there's so many other games on. Hockey, basketball, the Raptors played, they lost. Ugh. And you know on Twitter, there's We the North is popular. I would say that the Raptors are We the South. I often use because it's to make fun of the Raptors. And 114, 107, Philadelphia 76ers. Another game. The Raptors struggled to get to past the 100-point mark, to even get to the 100-point mark. They did late in the fourth quarter, but still, yeah, defense wasn't very good. Shooting wasn't very good. It was just Pascal Siakam didn't have such a good evening, such a good game. It's not looking good for those Raps. I don't know where they would be in the power rankings if the Shan the hockey guy were doing NBA teams, but I don't think the Raptors would be up too high. 1 win, 2 losses. There are no points. They don't do the NBA standings aren't ranked by standings points, unlike the NHL. I mean, well, in any case, the Raptors would be a regulation loss. So why am I here to do this? What I'm gonna do is do what I'm just gonna do, and these rankings here. Just gonna. Oops, sorry that. So just gonna you see there all the teams. I haven't done them all, but the Canadian teams are those that are the most relevant, and those are the ones I'm going to concentrate on. And based on, so let's recap on Saturday. Sens handily beat the Pens. Jets and Habs went to a shootout. Habs winning that shootout. So that covers. That covers. All right, so that covers the Sens, Habs, Jets. Leafs and Canucks lost their respective games in overtime. I'll take the point, but there are some issues. Ilya Samsonov certainly is not capable of stopping enough pucks. Depth scoring was a problem. Leafs have to find ways to beat goalies like Saros. Because in the postseason, that's when the Leafs have struggled, and they would have to do it. But in case, I'm going to get to the power rankings. Response to Shan the hockey guy's claims of where various teams, we ranked various Canadian teams. So we'll start off, use the style of the World According to Briggs YouTube ban. Number 1, the Leafs. After a rather successful week, not one regulation loss, 5-2-1-0 record to the regular season, even with the loss to the Preds in the kind of midway through overtime. We have the Leafs at 4th among the power rankings. Yeah, I'm saying being number 1 is pretty good. I mean, as long as the Leafs can continue, get those points, and stay on top of things, they should be good. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they have their issues. They took 4 games in, things didn't look very good, but looking better. If they can keep up the good work, they should finish in a top 3 divisional spot in the Atlantic. And now I'm kind of liking what where they are. At number 2 among Canadian teams, we have the Vancouver Canucks at 10th overall, having a point via a loss to the New York Rangers. It was not, penalty trouble, like with the Leafs, hurt the Canucks, but it didn't cost them a whole point. The full 2 points, which is important. They get that point, so they get to stay in the Pacific Division's top 3. Well, let's see how sustainable that is, but things looking good. And yeah, the Senators, where are they at? Yeah, they're at 16th. Yeah, 16th overall. We have number 3, the Ottawa Senators, a commanding win over the Penguins. Let's go and see. That was there. Wait, 5-2, excuse me. So that improves the Ottawa Senators' record to 4-4, 4-0 on the season. Pens dropped there 3-5-0. Well, it's hard to complain too much. Sens missed maybe sign of a turnaround, but we'll have to see. At number 4 among Canadian teams and 17th overall, we have the Winnipeg Jets. Yes, the Jets got a point. A rather important one. Not sure what the response video is by the Peg City Hockey YouTube ban, although I definitely look forward to watching it if I can find it out there. But there's no doubt that these Jets certainly aren't quitting, but it wasn't pretty, and defense, there's, the Habs just scored so many goals. I didn't watch it, I watched bits and pieces of the game, even though I had it on one of the tablets. It's just there were so many games on. There were so many games on, and the World, and the World Series and other Sportsnet channels were taken up. So the games were very talking about. Some of them on the CBC regional channels, others on the City TV regional channels. Oh, the mess. The Raptors were on. Oh, it's just a mess. Maybe there won't be such a full night of sports in the future, and we'll leave for a while, but I'll see what happens. Typically, I don't know the games on different Sportsnet channels. Well, whatever. So I've covered the Leafs, Canucks, Sens, Jets. Oh, the Habs. Okay, Habs at 19th overall and number 5 among Canadian teams. Surprisingly good. Those Habs seem to be doing, whether it's sustainable, we'll have to see. But there's no doubt that these Habs have what it takes. Or at least they've shown that. 5-2, 0-1 record. Rather respectable. Like they're tied effectively with the Leafs. For top for second. At least having more regulation wins, but yeah, the Habs team's not going away. And hey, maybe the Habs will see postseason action. Sure to tell, but they're looking good. Well, Canucks are too. There's a cautionary tale, of course, because during each of the past 3 seasons that the Flyers completed, they looked good early on, first 10 games or so, and then they dropped off the face of the earth, figuratively speaking, and ended up not in playoffs, not seeing playoff action in any of those. Let's see what happens. It'll be interesting to find out, but whatever. So, now I'm going to go to number 6 among Canadian teams. We have the Calgary Flames. Not a very good week. And like the Edmonton Oilers, also were shut out in their last game. The St. Louis Blues, whatever. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, the Oilers. Right here. Right here. We have. Right, we have. Oh yeah, so it was the Blues shutting out the Flames on Friday Eastern Time, and then it was the Rangers doing the same to the Oilers. Go check that out there. Yeah. So yeah, that was against the Rangers. Yeah, it's a very interesting one because we have rather disastrous starts for the Oilers. Yeah, that's from Sportsnet. All right, we have Eric Francis and Mark Spector. So that is. There, so that's the. In American Chats Classic, calling a must win for floundering Flames Oilers. That'll be interesting to find out. Because it is looking very much that way. Alright, so the Flames at number 26. And at 6th among Canadian teams. Number 7 among Canadian teams and 27th overall, we have the Edmonton Oilers. And the Oilers team that I'm surprised wasn't ranked even lower than that. Because effectively the Oilers are pretty much almost in last. Let's look at the NHL standings to figure out just where those Oilers are. I'm just gonna go. The latest in the NHL standings as of the ends of those games that start on the 28th of October Eastern Time. So yes, so Leafs are in the NHL standings. In the Atlantic Division are tied with the Habs on points, but with 3 regulation wins for the Habs, 2. The Wings are behind. Well, played 9 games, so they lose. They've lost 2 straight, so both in regulation, so yeah, they lose. The Bolts are 10 points over 8 games, so it's still very tight at the top. But again, it's tight and it's in the conference, and if the Leafs go on a losing streak, they could be down near the bottom of the Eastern Conference and by the end of it. But yeah, the Jets are 3rd in the Central, 9 points over 8 games. Played more than Dallas Stars, so we'll have to see what happens. I mean, the Preds are not that far behind. 8 points over 8 games. Minnesota Wild, 8 points over 8 games. So it's, we have St. Louis Blues with 7 points over 7 games. 6 points over 7 for the Coyotes. 6 over 8 for the Blackhawks. So, yeah. Jets are still vulnerable. And if they go on a losing run, they could find themselves near the bottom of the Western Conference standings in no time. Well, or near it. Depending on how the Kraken, depending on how again, teams and Flames are 2 brothers tethered down. The Oilers, yeah, no surprise. I mean, the Oilers have like the 2nd worst point percentage in the entire NHL at 21.4. The only team who have a lower point percentage, the Sharks. A Sharks team that has yet to win even 1 game out of its first 8. And a point percentage of just 6.3. That's right. And I'm not making this up. The Sharks have earned an average of under 0. What is it? Have earned less than a tenth of the available points. That's not good. But again, it's hard to know what the Sharks are going to do. So badly they're going to do. But there's no doubt that the Oilers are really bad. And I was surprised the hockey guy didn't rank the Oilers even lower than 27th or so, like 31st or 30th. I mean, the Oilers have the second lowest point percentage in the entire NHL, and the second fewest points with just 3. Let that sink in for a moment. Oilers have serious issues. That over-reliance on McDavid and Draisaitl this season, finally, figuratively speaking, biting them in the rear. And that's not good. This Heritage Classic, I'm just going to see where it is. I know what it's going to... I have to look it up on Sportsnet. I'll try to retweet or whatever. I'm just going to... Alright, I'm going to see where it is here. Alright, I'm going to see here. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, I'm not really sure what time it is. I'll have to look it up, but in any case, if you like the video, please make sure to click the like button. If you want to subscribe to my channel, free to do so. And if you click the notification bell, you'll be notified when I put out videos. I try to put out videos at least every other week. On that note, I'm going to say, go Leafs go Raptors go. With respect to the MLS Cup playoffs, go Whitecaps go. With respect to, normally, go Toronto FC go. And with respect to all other Canadian teams, which I cheer, whether hockey, soccer, or basketball, or Olympic skating, whatever, figure skating, or whatever, go Canada go.